sickness. I believe I'm spreading my sickness to everyone around me. Everyone I meet ends up with some kind of disease. I'm sick in the head and people's craziness increases. I think everyone is starting to lose their mind and are feeling so defeated. I start to lose. I think everybody's starting to lose their mind and they are feeling so defeated. I'm getting better and I feel most of the time pleasing. They tell me they need my help and I provide them with some treatment. True, they call me sick, Dr. McCarty, but my sickness is a bit larger. I send them flowers and get well letters to let them know I care. They pile their way into the clinic and I find their disease is rare. It's true that some of these people helped me when I had my disease, but now I use my schooling to help them with a deeper form of treatment. We care for each other and we're all a bit sick and under the weather, but they're piling in by the piles. I wish they didn't find my way so enticing, but now their lives are on the line and it's a little frightening. When they're well, I'll treat them good and make them feel real special. Essentially, I came here sick and now we all are healthy. I wish people would stay away from other sick people so it would spread. But when you're the doctor and you're well, you're still sick in the head. So I treat myself with the credibility of how to make people better. It takes a warm and safe place to help people when they're under the weather. Once they're safe and well, they aren't still sick anymore, because only the doctor can formulate the medicine to fix everybody's sickness. Time I share with the sick people as a wee bit incident, so we join together to get well, and that is always pleasing. So get well soon, you silly coo, and I'll help you again next season. I have pain buried deep inside and it eats me from the inside out. I feel real bad and it hurts me right to left. I feel so much hurt, it lingers and it stings. My pain feels really bad till things start happening. It makes me scared and makes me sad to feel really bad. It makes me mad and angry. I wish that I was dead. I bubble up and explode and unleash all my fury. I shake my face and waltz around and knock everything over. I piss and moan and can't believe I hurt so much inside. It makes me fear what's going on. It makes me start to cry. Why do I hurt so much? The pain is really bad. It bellows waves of torture through my thoughts and my body. It stinks, it smells like y'all don't care, and I don't really know what to say. I wish y'all could do something for my wounds from today. I wait around for help and no one even does. But when they do, it makes me feel really good. It helps a lot when y'all care, and it does lots of good. I go to the doctor and try to get better. I don't like staying under the weather. I take my medicine and sit through lectures, and I know I love and want to get better. People care and visit me at the hospital. They put a needle in my arm and take my vitals. My life is important and liable. Doctors are helpful and reliable. I know people care. They send me get well letters and flowers. I thank them and really appreciate their helpfulness. I wish I could get all the way better. My parents hug me and wish me the best. I love to feel happy in my head. I love to sing and dance when I'm well. So show me you love me and pay attention to me, 'cause I'm with you and you're with me. But at least I don't have disease. I wish the pain that I feel would not start to increase. If the hurt would go away, they might just give me painkiller medicines. I have sorrows from the past that make me avoid confrontation. They used to laugh and pick on me until I would get so aggravated. So I use this music for straight gratification. I fill up with all my pain and vent through what you're saying. I find it really cool but embracing. I feel embarrassed to say it drives me completely crazy. If you want me to explode, then just stick to the basics. But baby, I feel you too. So I guess for round the bases, look at the stare of a million fans and thank you for the congratulations. Now I've made it. I flex decisions I make on a daily basis, go through life carefree till I'm trapped in pain and anguish. I look at this greedy person and wish he would die. I hear the things that he says and they pass through my mind. I would win the race if I lost, if I could ever find the time. I have so much hate buried deep inside. He thinks I'm weak and lucky to be alive. I find if he starts to sleep, I might just take his life. But if I do, the government might take mine. If I got help for myself, I might find I would oblige. I swore I see the light till my dying day. I fight more than I try. I see no reason at this point to want to take a life. I told you I want to be like you and you always make me cry. So next time, don't compare me to a person that just tries. If you see I make mistakes and you always bleed me dry. You think I'm fake and I hate to say I'm right, but I know you hate me like I hate you. I can see it in your eyes. Why do I get so scared and want to take advice? I want you to love me even though I'm not very nice. Everybody does love you when you get real bad sometimes, and off your meds you always pay the price, but don't pay that price here today. Let's get you some good help. Thank you for your help this evening, but I'm afraid to tell you I'm shot. Damn it, George, you're bleeding out your mouth. I'm sorry and I love you. He said you're a piece of trash. I broke my back just for you and your maiden. You hear, he choked and croaked and took his last breath and said, I've always loved you. So we buried him. At the funeral we told his kids he farewelled them and they cried for their father. Today the preacher said we've lost someone we love. Carry him on angel's wings to a place far up above. If George would not carry pain for whatever reason that he does, he would still be standing here today to nip it in the bud. If he took all of his anger and he could tried not to giving up, he could have got more help, but he was hyped upon those drugs. We tried to show him that we cared and he kept on being ugly. We tried thinking of reasons of what he could have done for him to give up us less trouble. I think if he would here today, he tried being more lovable. Sometimes people try to be sweet, but the pain is incredible. If we're patient with our patients, they might have a remarkable recovery. Now that I've made it to the industry, I love to drink and party. We ride and smoke a blunt and head straight to Wally World. We love attention as superstars, and you know we're always balling. We fill up our tank and buy a Coca-Cola. Then it's off to find new celebrities to bring them up from nothing. We speak on game, but not to girls. As we race across the bridge, bumping everybody's music, I feel like I'm the shit. We spark a cigar and smoke like players and show off our ride, 'cause when you know you are a G, you coming with a carload. So fuck this set, I got goosebumps in my head. Beat me up, Scotty, 'cause I'm about to feed him lead. I saw him busy staring by the light, so I sprayed 6 across the pelvis. This is my hood banging, so just call me Mel Gibson. He put 2 middle fingers up and said, fuck the world. He said, music is for girls. The school plays the fight song in the pep rally, and I'm out in the streets. I dance like kings. In the darkness, I chance. I changed the twinkle in the dreams of the eyes of my mother. Speak about the things I can't talk about with any other. Dreamed of reasons I was free with the avatar. Fly away on wings like Godsmack. Die for days I sing when you're laughing. Bind and mind the minds of the inactive. We fight one for one another because freedom is worth more than life itself. I'm alive and well and fighting strong out here on this field. Scotland knows no better warrior than Sir William Wallace. The men they fight today on this battlefield for freedom. The lives that were lost today weren't taken for no reason. Their country, England, is now almost facing extinction. The battle wounds of Scotland are now being treated. We will never have a reason to ever get defeated. We will never lose on this field today. Anybody's freedom fight with everything you have to start to make them weaker. People falling one by one to face this dreamy speaker. Finally, they all fell by his sword and they captured William Wallace. He neglected any medicines to help with his battle wounds. They tortured him on castle's grounds with full force of embarrassment. They asked William Wallace if he would beg for mercy. Then he yelled slowly, "Freedom! War is an indecent affair and brutal as it gets. The swings of the sword are sharp and dangerous. Flaming arrows are flying through the air. The men are falling one by one with swings of their weapons. It hurts the skin but not the mind of the men of the situation. Being a man of war, as a soldier, you would learn a great lesson. War is bad and people are evil, so be brave to fight for your country." I love to give like Santa Claus because it makes me feel really good. I love to see all my money I spent and know you wish you could. I give so many presents, you probably knock on wood. There's so much that I gave that you get from me. My smile has a little hook. There's so much that I gave you. You thought I was a crook. I know you can't wait to see what I got after the present that you shook. All the expensive things make a kid want to fuss. No one who shows the most joy are the ones I really love. Cause when you give, it melts my heart. When you show me love, there's crud here, crud there, and crud everywhere. Watching all the clothes you wear that I bought you, I can see you're looking good with the right amount of luck to love me for this stuff. It's true that I've grown a little scruff, cause when you want to be like Santa Claus, you grow a vanilla bush. Sit on his lap and tell him what you want, and you feel comforted by his touch, cause Rudolph has a nose so bright and so does cherry pie. Cause when you eat it tastes so good it makes you wanna die. So I eat one slice and not the entire pie would be my advice. You roll the dice at the hands of life to see me fly through the sky. You know it's me when you see me, cause Rudolph's nose is so bright. I give till I can't give anymore, so don't you start a fight. The joy of Christmas is all around, so just be polite when you open up a gift. It's a cool surprise when you open up a gift. You might just get one twice around Christmas time. You better be on your grind, cause if you have nothing to give, you might just lose your mind. If you don't give any presents, I would almost call that a crime. And if you don't give, they'll probably give you life. So when you get a gift, always be polite. Give as much as you possibly can would be my advice. I'm royal and love people to serve me. I'm a king, but also a circus clown. People do this and that for me all the time. They wash my feet and don't look into my eyes. I am nice to them, but they think I am mean. But they get paid almost for no reason. I have a red nose and red hair too. I can walk on stilts and laugh really good. I'm rich and I buy anything I like. I'm wealthy, healthy, and bossy and right. People bring me things so I don't have to rise. They look at me like I'm lazy deep in my eyes. I love the gifts people bring me cause I'm royal. Everybody knows me because I am famous. I get manicures and pedicures from my jesters. I live in a castle, and that is what I do for work. I eat and I sleep and I do what I want. People know that I am rich. I buy and spend on everything expensive. I eat royal dinners at a royal table. My belly is big because I'm so lazy. I do tricks and get people's attention. They laugh and say, I'm really funny. Don't call me a dummy because I'm just a clown. So let's eat at the royal table that's round. I love to drink and eat turkey legs, eat meat and have a big giant bed. There's a bridge with water that leads to the front opening. There's not much to do but work on my jokes. I give performances at people's birthday parties, driving a Harley with a horn and a siren. I'm so filthy rich, I just can't stand it. I sit on the throne and people send me messages. They walk up the steps and bow their head, give me the credit and tremendous respect. I have honor and glory and free space in my castle. I'm a king who enjoys no hassle. I know that I can be really impressive, joyful to see with fine credibility. I run around and feel incredible. I live my life with lots of ability. My style has great adversity. Sometimes I almost feel invincible. I love to be nice and admirable. I feel happy and good and keep up with being fashionable. I fly a kite and it gets tangled on a satellite. I have no reasons to take back the things I love to do with my life. I flip on the light, paint my face with a dike. She said, you'll pay the price or either we'll fight. I love to swing for the things that I like. I slice and I dice and I cut through the people. I swing and I stab and I kill everyone. I slay and I beat and kick on a hoe. I just happen to be a killer, no, kind of like a clown, but just way meaner. I bite and I eat men for dinner. My eyes are red and my teeth are sharp. I crunch and I munch straight through your heart. I swing on a swing and play on a merry-go-round. I act like a kid with tricks so profound. I slide on a slip and slide and crash into the water. Some people relate me to a goblin. I pee on the floor and wash down my milk and thought I'm evil. I pee on the floor still, but and wash down my milk. And though I'm evil, I'm still am true. My head just gets bigger from everybody's compliments. My killings are clean and so astonishing. I avoid your apologies and that is just the way that it is. I'll abuse you for days and take you for granted. I'll shoot you down or handle you barehanded. Don't ask me for favors. When I come, I'll make you do favors for me. I sharpen my weapons, so stay on my level. A rebel, a creature who doesn't fold under pressure. I know I'm sick and mental with potential. Essentially, nobody ever wants to listen. I try and break and change my decisions. I cause a car collision that rents the blood. Flies swarm when I turn them into stone. A declaration on my grassy knoll, a front yard piece of cemented stone. They mow around me and knock me to the ground. The dog takes a leak and the sprinklers hit me. I feel like I'm shifty, though I'm an old little man. I'm scary and freaky to parents. I'm so scary you probably can't stand it. Don't leave me abandoned or I'll show up in random land on you and rip off your necklace, break your leg and tear up your dress. I mimicked my master and became little, old and mean and hateful and brittle. So listen to my jams and play my tunes. They all hear the beats and movements to my music. I grab a rake or smack you with a shovel. I'm evil and create so much corruption. In a real life doom planet we lurk. The hallways shooting monsters. We open passage ways to get further in the game. The red sky searches for a place to go. Outside of its walls, we boom bazooka bombs at the monsters and reload our health and ammo. We shoot and fight these demonic creatures in Hell's Realm. My rival is Duke Nukem. I pass further and further through the levels, rebellious signs on the wall, and pictures of Adolf Hitler. The health levels on my life in quite a bit of an extension. I know this is real, but sometimes I feel like I'm pretending. The narrators shouted, hold on for dear life, you have 30 seconds. I made it in the nick of time and can smell my intestines. I know these demonic beasts are real, but try not to mention it. I loaded my shotgun and picked up another health kit. Don't smell that shit, the narrator yelled. I said I try not to. Now where is the bar? I sound like Clint Eastwood in Gran Torino. I told the narrator. He said shut up and get back to the next level. You have 10 seconds. I made it to the end and picked up a brand new weapon, 2 automatic revolvers to send your fancy ass to heaven. I wonder how long it would take to beat the game if it was my life, and carried on through the corner to get a brand new knife. I picked one up and realized I barely am alive, but I have more health in my main column that than what there was right now. I can hear the monsters in the next room making lots of sounds. If I could beat the game, I would be really proud. If those horn bulls wouldn't see me, I might could just go around them. But when I made it to the back of the room, they all came barreling at me. I lost my life and started over. That level's beginning. When I hooped the corner, I saw those stripper women. I went to the bathroom and was looking in the mirror. I picked up the mop bucket, but there wasn't anything in there. I went outside where the benches are and tried to open the solid door, but the key I had was inferior. I realized the game is good because it's on an RC computer. I used the arrows to move around and used the space bar to shoot my weapon. We got to burn that game, and Mr. Haynes said it wasn't illegal. He said, "You think you're blind as a beetle? This game is actually the sequel. This other game, Duke Nukem, is really the original." We thanked him for the game, and he said his son went on their way. My dad was excited about the game. You could have seen it on his face. He said, "Clean up the office and quit being so lazy." The aliens are now invading the United States, and they plan to take mankind and have us as slaves. Fight for what you believe in and be brave. The Air Force will be unleashed and they will be detained. Being a slave would drive a man insane. Lock yourselves in your house and stay safe. They're intelligent and their egos are inflated. None of us will ever be taken captive. They plan to rape us and beat us to death. Our government and White House are highly respected. Our SWAT and Black Ops will never be detected. Our country will never be infected. Embrace the president's lecture and stay protected. They are savages and eat their own chickens. They get plastered and play with their erections. They have glass heads with brains and they jabber. Their main aim is to attain people of importance. Train yourselves extraordinarily in humanity. We will have numerous foot soldier infantries. We will have submarine, rocket, Air Force machinery. A perfect shield is over their spaceship's vicinity. Be courageous, but no one is invincible. Be spontaneous, but stay legible on the radar. No one here will be berated. We have complete control of the situation. No one here needs to impress us. Don't crash your cruiser. This is gonna be really dangerous. Our lives are not interchangeable. I have high honor and protect your country. They are vicious and cruel and unordinarily abusive. They look like the institutionalized, getting harassed by one is petrifying. They'll take control no matter what. If you let them stay clear from the mothership, train and be equipped with all types of things. Embrace yourselves for their hatefulness. They keep an ordinary and calm relationship. Don't fly one of their spaceships. The army is the only ones allowed to use their weaponry equipment. Stay away from the rockets. Keep a cigar in your front shirt pocket and picture of your kids in your tiny necklace locket. Bring them down no matter what. If you cross them, war is found with clowns of chaos. If I was a doll, Sam the dog, I would go into the world and start working on stuff. I would be sweet and lovable, cute and adorable. I would go to school and be admirable. I would be powerful in today's society. My brand would label me. I would win indefinitely. I would eat, sleep, and live for eternity. I would get washed in the machine with laundry detergent and dried and softened with fabric softener. I would look around for scary imposters. Stay clear from the dolls that are monsters. If I get hurt, I would get stitched up at the doctor, and always be sweet and obey my master. Always do what you're supposed to do and listen to your owner. Stay away from Farmer John. He's psychotic. He's old as a fossil and a bit intoxicated. Now, Not doing your chores is not tolerated. Beware of Woody and Buzz Lightyear at the gas station and don't get damaged. You're irreplaceable. A collector's item of my trophy collection. Your Lady Jane is your treasure. If you pull his strings, he'll give you a message. I kill dirty politicians for fun, but for a green card, I'm gonna carve them up real nice. I would go about the world and find me a doll that was a girl. I would go to the carnival and give it a whirl. I would ride the dark bus to everywhere that I was going. I would expect the best and not fear the worst without knowing. I would do my chores without glowing. I would bark and it would sound like machinery. I would put my face in a heart and be so cuddly, probably move to Avatar and Humphrey on the television if I was used my imaginations, fly away to alien invasion, be played like a PlayStation, get exchanged for someone loving according to the adjustments to this budget if I plan accordingly. Not priceless, but I could probably give it to you for next to nothing. In the spotlight, lifeless on and on to something. How much is it worth to be watched on YouTube? Unfortunately, yearn to learn a better education than you in today's society. Brains blown in the game. Like Michael Jordan, fly away like a tornado, like the Tasmanian devil. Say, what up, doc, like my father does. Lace my dog in Nike shoes. The hooky, saber tooth, and one of my hoes got me penetrating like an Aryan brother. Hanging on a cross for one of my niggas. Safety off when I pull the trigger. Sam's gone bouncing like Tigger. Piglets off eating mustard with a biscuit. Igor flogged with the quickness, breaking bread. I've been stoned by disciples. I rock and roll on the Titanic like the rarest stone there ever was in history. Life is basic training in the army. Life is like basic training in the army. You barrel out of bed to the training course and start the torture. You always do what the sergeant tells you in his lecture. You eat and sleep and train under pressure. In this field, sickness is considered for the best men. You will waltz down a wall from the attachment and barrel your way under a rope net. Climb a wall, gaining everybody's respect. Run and jog till you're lifeless. If you're nice, you will pay the ultimate price. Take my advice and end your life. You'll climb the rope to the ceiling tonight. Calisthenics make you feel right. Your calluses will be painfully frightening when you see the light. Know you've made it to hell and have been enlightened. Confine yourself to blood, sweat, and tears. I oblige you to run for your life and never turn back to look. Fear the best and help the weak and stay fast and light on your feet. Treat yourself to shit. Your rewards will be pleasing. The floor is now bleeding. No one will ever get defeated. Fill pure water in the beaker. Purified water is expensive. A shaved head and a pair of modified lenses. Brain dead, homeless and penniless, not afraid, and a proud part of infantry. A refrigerator repairman and a hard-working American citizen. They gave me a job and headed me straight to Afghanistan. We looked everywhere and couldn't find the Taliban. Then found bin Laden and stripped him of his credibility. Peeling potatoes is the main source of punishment. Then they're sending me to Hungary to stock the pantries. A bunch of vegetables I have to bring them after I get off the plane. Drink only water out of your canteen. If you show me any laziness, y'all will be doing the dishes. Write the names of your family down so we can put them on visitation list. Y'all have a distinct smell of disgusting sweat, so everybody has to take a shower. Wash up and eat chow in half an hour. Don't spit all of your sauerkraut on the floor, or you'll probably get yourself killed. You know the drill. Brush your teeth, shave your face with a razor. Don't ask anyone for any Jolly Ranchers. Commissary will be by tomorrow. Get yourself ready for instant training. If you can't find something, don't blame anyone. Watch where you're going. They shoot automatic rifles. Go. So don't forget to put on your helmet. You're all in camouflage, so you will be going through the forest. We will eat steak if you have to dump. Go to the porta potty. Then y'all need to report to your classes if you can't see where your glasses. They're stationary. Prepare yourselves for battle to better yourselves for the rest of your life. I flex on 100, drop me a jumper, carve me a pumpkin to a jack-o'-lantern. I bounce to wreck it out of Texas like flowing too close to a bumper. This beats out of Harlem. I swing like a tree in the wind like a Martian. I fly on a sleigh like Santa Claus. Eat me a steak with mushroom sauce. It was a T-bone right off the bone, dog, to a land that is far. Follow the path with my name in the bark. Ride in a car, open the gate, then seep in all of the hate. Escape like Robin Hood without a trace. Gold stuffed in all my bags. Leave it to me. I swing like a chimp from tree to tree. Fly from the swing, Tarzan and his Jane. The people here today have been slain. Spill out your brains, then read the information. This is our lesson. We congress here today at the West End. And that's the lesson to my lecture. Do you have a brisket? I wind and I look into the eyes of a fish face, line your billfold with straight Benjamin Franklin's. Frankly, sushi is tapping into my favorite. Activated for saying it twice in Spanglish. He said, little fella, you're not speaking my language. I hang off a rope in a noose from Manhattan. My Levi's are level, genocide rebel. Have you ever looked into the eyes of a failure with a fresh manicured cuticle damages, meditating Indian style in Bangladesh, in Hindu congression, ride my erection, tooted the juice from the Mexico, playing out the lesson we wine and dine, held by pure subjection.